The time has come to make a move. If you want to get into the college football playoff, you've got to win big games right now, and we have a clash of ranked opponents coming up in this one. Welcome to Austin, Texas, and DKR, home of the Texas Longhorns. As we'll see the national champions from last year, the Nebraska Cornhuskers, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Texas Longhorns. 48 Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Longhorns will put total leather to crank us up. Fielded in the end zone, it's Isaac. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. He wants to start this drive with a pass. The screen, and watch out. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time and late in the season. Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you can tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Snagged out of the air. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the 1st down. The Cornhuskers come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Forced out of the pocket. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Got it in the middle. It's Mills. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down.
Well, we knew coming into this one, the passing attack, they were going to attack all areas of the field, and right out of the gate, first drive, they go deep down the middle of the field, and they come up with a big one.
Now on 1st down from the 40. Looking downfield on 1st down. Looking for the end zone. Intercepted, and the first drive
be a hotter player right now in college football than this guy right here. He had 2 picks in their last game. He already has an interception in the first drive of this one. Quarterbacks, they're going to figure it out eventually. Stop throwing his way.
Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. They'll knock him down after a 6-yard gain to the 27.
And that play is essentially like a jet sweep, right? This offense is going to run the football conventionally. They'll do it between the tackles. They'll do it outside. But there's a lot of different creative ways they can get their playmakers the football in the running game. And I think that was an example of what you saw right there.
And the Longhorns can really attack on this 2nd and short. Quarterback making adjustments. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Grab near the marker. It's Gibson. They get him stopped and out of bounds at the 45-yard line, and the big play has this offense ready to mount a threat.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
The offense getting set for a 1st down from the 45. Motion from the wide receiver. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong. The emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight, and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
The Longhorns come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. They want to run this quarterback. He's got 1st down yardage as they move it to the 44. The Longhorns have this offense rolling. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Got enough for the 1st. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, you're going to be hard to stop.
The Longhorns pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Here's the handoff. Finds a little space. There he goes. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks for the 1st down.
What a run. Great speed, great vision, elusiveness, and David, he's tackled down close to the goal line.
Yeah, and this offense, when you can run the football like this, man, you will have success, especially in the red zone, trying to get touchdowns.
And the Longhorns have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Quarterback may change this route. To throw, it's Lacey. Here comes the heat. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
Come on, quarterback. You need to be better in that situation. 1st and goal scenario, you're not taking a sack. You got to throw that ball away if no one's open.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Wants to go up top. Skips away from pressure. It's incomplete. Good job by the defense sticking with its coverage.
Man, as a quarterback, you've got to be careful. He's lucky there. If you miss high throwing over the middle of the field, oftentimes that results in interception. So lucky that ball was incomplete.
Now 3rd and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. Motion from the wideout. Turning to the running game here on 3rd and goal. And he's wrestled to the ground.
And decision time coming for this offense. How about the defense? They've hung in there, Palmer, made him earn it all the way down. Now, are you going to go for it on 4th down?
Yeah, you know, after running so many plays offensively on the drive, I know it'd be disappointing to only walk away with a field goal, but you'd feel even worse if you went for a touchdown and didn't get it. I think you kick it right here.
We've reached the end of the 1st quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the 2nd. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. Dead center perfect. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. He'll bring it out. It's Isaac. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Looking to fire. A strike downfield. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down.
And after that long completion for the 1st down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line?
He'll off one deep down the left side. A big-time catch along the sidelines. Got the foot down, and an excellent throw, too.
I love when you back the defense off of you. If you want to get aggressive, I'll take shots down the field, make the defense play more conservative, and now what? Now you're in the red zone with a chance to get some points.
They say it's still a game of field position, and that last one just flipped this baby. They've got it 1st and 10 in the red zone. Looking for the score! And he can't find his man in the end zone as he was trying to pay off this red zone chance.
And those sting for offenses, man. You've got an opportunity to get in the end zone, to get the touchdown. It's not easy. It's hard to get guys open. He comes open, and the quarterback, man, I bet he wishes he had that one back.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. They go to the ground. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And listen, it's tough. It's a tough proposition. This is a top 10 defense against the run. You know they're physical. You know who they are. But you're not going to bat an eye. And you're going to challenge your guys, especially in the red zone, to be more physical, to be able to continue to run the football against a really good defense.
Down play in the red zone, and this crowd is at fever pitch. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got it.
Come on, man. What the fuck?
Touchdown, Nebraska. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. If this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. They make makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Here comes the Texas offense. They'll start this drive with a chance to regain the lead, down 7-3. Got room to work. He'll go out of bounds right at the 36-yard line in the running game, making its presence felt.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just a great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
To the air on first down. That pass is incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. The inside handoff. Oh, he's got a chance. Breaks into the open. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Longhorns come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Wide receiver comes in motion. Hit as he throws. Got his man downfield. Open space in the middle. Touchdown, Longhorns! Haul that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Dynamite matchup in the Big Ten, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Michigan State looks like 5 miles of bad road today. Offensively, the wheels have come off. Defensively, one pothole after another. They're trailing by 21 to Georgia. We'll let you know if anything else comes out of Big Ten country from this one. Back to you.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They'll open this drive, hoping to move it down the field. A touchdown would give them the lead. Leaves it with the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Here on 2nd and 9, sends 3 receivers to the right. Back to pass. Looking left. Wide open downfield. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down.
He came into this year with big expectations. Everybody expecting him to stat it up. And now with that last completion, he's already over 2,000 yards passing for the season.
They don't mind being aggressive from deep in their own end, and it paid off there as they've got it 1st and 10 from the 41. Throws to the wideout. Got his man on the right. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
The Huskers have it with a 1st and 10. He leaves it with his back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, late during football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6. Oh, they're after him. Touchdown, Husker. They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
They'll go empty. 5 wide receivers on 2nd and 15. Leaves it with the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Going for the big play. He's got it on the outside. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45.
And you just could not allow that to happen defensively, giving up a big play like that. They're going to need to now play with some sense of urgency if they're not going to give up any points here before the end of the half.
Wants to throw on 1st down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's throwing to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Oh, and it's picked off. Threw it right into the teeth of double coverage. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. Going right to work up top. Trying to beat the D deep. Grabs it inside the 15. They bring him down, but he's got a 1st and goal from the 10.
I love offensive coordinators that take shots in sudden change situations. You just got the takeaway. You're not wasting any time. Defense is jogging on the field. They barely have time to line up. You take a shot deep down the field, and you hit it.
And he will take it
But how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a two-minute type situation as you could have offensively. And, David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the first half.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they've built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
He might want another play. Trying to turn the corner on the left. That's a really nice job by this defense, maintaining outside leverage and knocking him down behind the line. Now facing a 3rd and long.
And how about that young man getting in the backfield again? He's really got his fingerprints all over this game so far to start it, man. We're still in the first half, and he's got a sack. He's got a tackle for a loss. These are the kind of plays that really help your defense push these offenses behind the sticks.
They stopped him after a short game, probably just wanted to mitigate the losses with 4th down coming. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Huskers will kick it away to start the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football, Palmer, out of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half so that they can win this game.
Under fire. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And I'm kind of surprised by this performance, man. The QB last week, you could tell, dude, he was in rhythm. He was good timing. You could tell the chemistry with receivers were good. And today, everything just looks off. And it looks hard. It looks difficult. They got to find a way to get back in the rhythm they were in last week.
Caught over the middle. It's Lockett. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. I understand the desire to keep the ball, but going for it inside your own 40? Wide receiver going in motion. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Makes a catch. First down and maybe a lot more. What an unfortunate penalty there. They thought they'd converted the 4th down. Instead, they'll have to try it again. The Longhorns will punt this one away. The punters have had the day off up to this point. First one of the game. Playing the field position game as he makes the fair catch right at the 50. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Use the play fake, now to throw. Unloads to the wideout. He's open on the right. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18.
This offense not wasting any time. First play of the third quarter, and they're aggressive, taking a shot. You know they had some conversations in the locker room at halftime. How can we get a big one right out of the gate? Defense isn't going to be expecting it.
Into the hallelujah land. Touchdown, Nebraska. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? They say there's no more loyal fan base than the one at Nebraska. Well, this guy is becoming their hero with this performance.
And Nebraska fans have a special place in their heart for a quarterback that can run it, that can throw it, show you all the dimensions of their game because they've had so many great ones in the past. And this guy, he looks like the future.
And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. They're down 28-10, and I don't think it's exaggerating to say their chance of winning this football game probably rides on this drive. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Quarterback making checks. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Bringing it back. Touchdown, Huskers! What a play. Not only the interception, but the great return for the score.
How about a game-changing play for this defense? Stepping in front of the football and knowing what to do with it, taking it all the way to the end zone.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind.
Speeding down the left side. 30. Past the 10. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
He'll bring it out. It's Isaac. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They still have the lead, but a productive drive here would keep it a comfortable lead. Ran to that daylight to pick up 6 to the 22.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
And it's been a struggle for the run game for this offense. Man, this is something they hang their hat on. You saw last week, you saw the highlights, and just give it to the running back. Let him do his thing. Haven't been able to get him going. I don't know what's going on, but they got to find a way to get their talented back some space so he can make some plays.
They get to him as he throws. And they can't make the play on 3rd down.
This QB has had a lot of success all day long, throwing for so many touchdowns, looking very comfortable. Finally, the defense gets to him. Finally, the defense gets a win. They needed something to go their way. Got to start getting some more hits on this guy.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. Off play action. Down
a defense, you're like, oh, they're going to draw us offside. They're going to draw us offside. They're not going to go for it. They go for it, and you get the big stop. You've set your offense up. You've turned the momentum. This defense should be feeling really good about themselves.
Looking to throw. Quarterback moving. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
And for quarterbacks throwing the ball down this close to the goal line, because there's so many bodies in such a small space, oftentimes routes take a little bit longer to develop, and it forces quarterbacks to have to hold on to it a little bit longer. That's the risk and danger with throwing the ball so close to the goal line. You might get sacked.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
Well, one of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was, we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Big Ten action right now, and wait till you see how things are playing out in this one, fellas. Michigan State is getting hammered right now. They are the nail, and that figurative mallet is just pounding them into the ground. What a bad look. They're trailing by 17 to Georgia. Just another week in the Big Ten where the only constant is chaos, fellas.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Ready to go back to work on offense. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive. Oh, he's got some space. The 50. He's at the 40. At the 20. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Cornhuskers.
Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game, and defenses can't cover him. With that last catch, this now his 10th receiving touchdown on the season.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Texas. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Sending the offense back onto the field. They've fallen into a hole here, and they need to start fighting back right now on this drive. Complete to the right. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
You can't rest on your laurels as a quarterback. We know how much success he had last game when he completed over 70% of his throws. This game, though, he's just a little bit off. At times he looks like he's pressing. He hasn't been overly accurate, and that's the reason why he's completing somewhere around 50% of his passes.
To the air on 2nd down. Throws for the tight end. He's got an open man. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line.
And you got to love the versatility of the big fella. You can put him in the box and let him block big defensive linemen, or you put him in the slot and you throw him the football and have success.
The Longhorns come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Might be calling a hot route. Looking to throw on 1st down. Catch in the middle. It's Lockett. And he's brought down after a nice gain. This freshman quarterback is slinging it out there to pick up that first down.
I love when QBs break the pocket and still look to attack. Because as soon as you break the pocket, I'm thinking, oh, man, he's going to take off and run, and I might come up. But those big plays can be made down the field. Nice job by the quarterback keeping his eyes down the field.
They'll move the wide receiver. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
And you knew he was going to take a step back because you can't throw the ball for over 80% of the season. Like, that's ridiculous. Last week he was on fire, but this week, man, he's freezing cold. And he's got to find something to get this offense going. But right now, just off target. Somebody needs to step up, make a play, and maybe get a spark for this offense.
They'll send the back in motion. Wants to fire on second down. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away because we've got...
Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Off the play fake. Looking to the big tight end. Wide open, makes the catch. And they'll bring him down after the long completion, a chunk play for the offense.
It's a big yardage. Good enough for a first down.
On the ready?
We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. As we start the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires left. What a job to lay out and make the catch.
You know, I love offensive coordinators that want to stay aggressive, and they've come up with big plays all game long. It's a big reason why they have this lead right now, and they're not backing off here in the fourth quarter. They're letting their guys go play. The entire playbook is open to them, and they're taking shots.
Inside the 15, first and 10 from the 14. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Going for 6. Touchdown, Nebraska! And the punishment has been extended. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. And the shot to the middle of the field falls to the turf.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes, bring the speed on the field, and get ready to play the pass.
Got it in the middle, it's locking. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
Wants to adjust the pattern. Gets the back moving. On fourth down, looking for the completion. It's incomplete, and the defense comes up with a stop.
Listen, with the aggressiveness of offenses and taking chances, a lot of times it's going to put your defense in a hole. And this defense is going to have to come through in the clutch right here because you're trailing. They can't get more scores. They got to get a stop on this possession, and the offense is going to have to do better than they just did.
And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. The run to the left. Turning it on. Got the first down. Looking for more. Touchdown, Huskers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. That one ought to give them firm control of this game, and they have gotten things going here, about to move to 4-1.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conserved, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
And now this offense will take the field again. Give to the back. He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point you're going to have to change your thought process. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Gives it on the option. Got room at the 35. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line.
Busting big runs like this is a total team effort. Obviously, the back has to find the hole, but you got to have everybody around them doing their job to make it a good play call.
And everybody around them doesn't just mean the offensive line. The receivers getting their blocks downfield is a big deal, too.
It's a huge deal. We always talk about them catching passes, but blocking is so important for their responsibilities.
And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
And I like what the quarterback did to finish the run. He buys a little bit of time, scrambles out to his left, and as a right-handed quarterback, you really understand you got to square those shoulders while you're running, which can be difficult if you want to throw an accurate throw like he did right there.
Finds the tight end. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down.
And watch the offensive line here. They all block run. Because they're blocking run, the quarterback decides, oh, I got a favorable matchup. He dumps it out to the right, makes the right read, gets a nice positive gain.
They'll give it to the back. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. He's up to 81 yards rushing. He continues to impress as he leads the nation in rushing. The Longhorns with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Motion from the wide receiver. Grab behind the line. It's McCutcheon.
And offenses keep track of yards after catch consistently. There was none there. Nice job by the defense swarming to the football as soon as he caught it and getting him on the ground.
And the Longhorns are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Picked off! What a play by this defense! The 40. Going the other way, and he's got room. Touchdown, What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that. Things a little more comfortable after that score and much, much closer to a win here in Week 5. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Troy has opened up a can right now, and based on what we've seen, I'm not sure anything is going to change. They're up by 16 over Arkansas State. Sun Belt, Fun Belt. We'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
That's a really nice game. It just would have been really nice to see this from this offense earlier. Now you're getting to the point where there's a couple of thought processes. Do I build momentum for next week? Do I try to get this offense, the ground game clicking, or do I throw the football every play and try to make this football game close?
Well, I think the offense at this point now, they're just trying to limit the damage. They want to get out of here and move on, turn the page to the next game because things just have not been going their way, throwing or running the football.
And he fights his way forward.